These are visuals of India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. Here in Leh, at over 13,000 feet, he is celebrating Holi with the Indian soldiers who guard the nation's volatile and often uneasy borders with nuclear-armed China. But this wasn't his original destination. He had planned to travel 200 kilometers further north to the Siachen Glacier. Indian troops captured Siachen in a daring secret operation in 1984, beating the Pakistanis in a race to its icy peaks. And since then, India and Pakistan have lost countless lives here. Yet New Delhi has vowed to spend millions of dollars every month to secure the Siachen Glacier. Up to 20,000 to 30,000 troops from India and Pakistan are stationed in this foreboding region. But why? What's the significance of Siachen, and why is it arguably the most dangerous battlefront on our planet? Often called the world's highest battlefield, Siachen is located at over 18,000 feet or over 5,000 meters above sea level. Here, oxygen levels are alarmingly low, while temperatures are as low as 70 degrees, which have been recorded here, enough to freeze anyone to death in mere minutes. Nestled in the core of the Himalayas, Siachen is the tri-junction between India, Pakistan and China. India spends billions of dollars to guard and control this region 24/7. Crores have been spent to boost the living conditions for the troops in this third pole of the planet. But why does India do it? While horrid weather conditions prevented the defense minister's trip to Siachen this time round, in 2019 he visited the battlefront to spend time and motivate the Indian troops posted here. Indian soldiers have had continuous presence in Siachen for 40 years now. India launched Operation Meghdoot on 13th April 1984 when the Kumaon Regiment of the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force went into the glacier. Growing tensions with Pakistan and the strategic importance of the location had prompted a race. Before 1984, neither India nor Pakistan had any permanent presence in the region due to logistical challenges and equipment shortfalls. In this news report, we'll tell you the details how Indian troops snatched control of Siachen Glacier in North Kashmir, narrowly beating Pakistan, and what does the future hold for the highest battlefield on Earth. Most of the Siachen Glacier is along the LOC, a disputed boundary between India and Pakistan. The area of Aksai chain is also located nearby. This was captured by China from India in the 1960s. Siachen Glacier lies in North Ladakh in the Karakorums, a mountain range originating from the Pamirs. The total area of the Siachen Glacier is approximately 78 kilometers, making it the second largest non-polar glacier in the world. India feels the strategic need to deploy its troops in this area to monitor the activities of Pakistan and China in this region. Following India, even Pakistan has a permanent presence nearby, situated at lower altitudes. The Siachen region was described as unusable and a wasteland in the 1972 Shimla Agreement. However, the agreement did not specify where India and Pakistan would split it. In 1984, India received intelligence that Pakistan had given orders to a European business to develop a hot suit in order to seize control of the Siachen Glacier region. The race was on. Before the delivery of the Pakistani suits, India prepared its own hot suits and stationed troops at Bilafon de la Pass, claiming the strategic heights as Indian territory. India and Pakistan have engaged in sporadic artillery combat here since Indian soldiers claimed the Siachen Glacier in 1984. Here in the high altitude region, where temperatures may drop as low as minus 70 degrees Celsius during the winter, an estimated 10,000 to 20,000 troops from Pakistan and India are stationed year-round. Mother Nature and the high altitude have claimed more lives here than in warfare. The Pakistani military primarily uses its light helicopters for tasks that require man and machine to contend with one of the most challenging environments on Earth, navigating through the winding gorges or the high mountains, which can reach heights of over 8,000 meters above sea level and are weather dependent. Most helicopters are unable to fly at such altitudes. In this cold and inhospitable region, summers are very short, and there are only months where military helicopters dump fresh supplies before the onslaught of another long and bitter winter. India has considerably better connectivity through border roads and air, and have also installed mobile towers in the area for round-the-clock communication. The Siachen region's soldiers are stationed between 18,000 and 23,000 feet above sea level. There are about 22 glaciers in this area, thus the temperature often drops lower than minus 55 degrees Celsius. Because of the dire circumstances in Siachen Glacier, soldiers don't naturally get enough oxygen to survive, and there need to be oxygen backup in place. The soldiers are forced to trudge in the snow up to their knees here. In severe weather circumstances, even a healthy soldier can move only a few feet. Machine guns are primed with boiling water and frozen weapons are thawed. It is inevitable for soldiers to experience frostbite or hypothermia. The soldier's sweat can also become his enemy as it converts into ice inside his gloves and shoes, and chances of frostbite increase. The soldiers at Siachen Glacier require more than 4,000 to 5,000 calories of food every day, but it is a challenge for India to maintain year-round supply chains. The troops have reportedly lost 5 to 10 kilograms of weight in 3 to 4 months of posting here due to harsh conditions. Defense Research and Development Organization, or the DRDO, specialists produce a unique diet for the personnel stationed here. The troops must use the stove to melt the ice in order to obtain drinking water. Lack of fuel would lead to a lack of access to drinking water. As mentioned earlier, harsh weather conditions have been identified as the primary cause of troop deaths in Siachen rather than hostilities between India and Pakistan. The Siachen Glacier is a wedge between Pakistan and China, which also divides Central Asia from the Indian subcontinent. The Siachen Glacier's Saltoro Ridge acts as a barrier to keep the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir from being directly connected to China in this region and from forging military connections between India's two enemies. Siachen also acts as a watchtower for India, allowing it to maintain close observation over Pakistan's Gilgit and Baltistan territories. In addition to Chinese threats from the east via Siachen, Pakistan would pose a danger to India's Ladakh if it were to gain a positional advantage in Siachen. Siachen also helps India to keep a close watch on China's activities as Beijing has vastly improved its infrastructure in nearby regions. China has developed all-weather rail and road links in Siachen region, which was ceded to China by Pakistan in 1960s. Indian control over Karakoram Pass Triangle region is crucial to prevent a combined Sino-Pakistani threat to Ladakh and beyond. The potential of this strategically significant uninhabited region was debatable in both India and Pakistan. Before the 1960s, Pakistan and India used to send mountaineering trips into the glaciers, though did not deploy troops until after 1971 war and the breakup of Pakistan. Colonel Narendra Kumar, known as the Bull of the Indian Army, raised the warning about Pakistan's potential expedition in the area at the beginning of 1981. Subsequently, the Indian Army authorized him to map the whole uninhabited area. The Pakistan Army prepared an operation to seize the territory after determining that Indian Army too was interested in Siachen, but they suffered an intelligence breakdown. Pakistan had placed an order with a London-based company that also supplied India with mountaineering equipment. India was thus notified about Pakistan's intentions. In April 1984, India urgently dispatched troops to Siachen under the secret Operation Meghdoot. Indian troops reached the glacier a week earlier than Pakistan. By the time Pakistani soldiers reached the region, India had already got control of the glacier and the adjacent strategic Saltoro Ridge and the heights using Colonel Kumar's maps. One of the key Indian installations in Siachen is named Kumar Base after him. In 1947, Pakistan's Pashtun tribes, with the backing of Pakistani military, attacked the then self-ruled Jammu and Kashmir state. Most of them were non-locals originating from Pakistan's northwestern frontier province. So to tackle this crucial situation, the ruler of that time, Maharaja Hari Singh of Jammu and Kashmir, sought military assistance from the Indian government and signed an agreement on 26 October 1947 in which three core subjects, defense, foreign affairs and communications, were handed over to India, in effect agreeing to join the newly independent India. India and Pakistan have been at loggerheads over Kashmir ever since, and they have fought multiple wars without significant change on the ground. India objected when Islamabad handed over a part of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir's Hunza Gilgit, the Sakshgam Valley, to China in 1963. As New Delhi claimed, it was Indian territory under illegal Pakistani occupation and not for Islamabad to hand over. Following this, the Indian Army decided to strengthen its hold in the region and claimed the inhospitable and unoccupied Siachen region in 1984. Today, Siachen gives India strategic and tactical advantage in the region, even though the cost of maintaining this advantage cannot be measured in mere numbers. Have your say. Is Siachen Glacier India's most strategically important region for national security? Leave a comment below, and if you like this news report, then remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons.